since I was a kid. Dorito, here's the thing. You don't have to read a book. I will say, I think reading is one of the best things in the world. I love to read. I really do. But Malcolm Gladwell, essentially in one of his books, I wish I could remember the study. But in one of these, there was a study he referenced that was like, because, absolutely, guys, reading is fundamental. Cameron, you know what's up. Guys, there was a study, and I don't know if it was like a sociological study. I don't know exactly. Guys, I don't know the controls of the study, blah, 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 blah. But the outcome of the study was, right? It was hypothesis outcome. And he took the outcome and he said the same study. Why don't maybe he changed the outcome? I don't know, bro. Moral of the story is he proved 2 points with the same thing. Okay, but the 2 points were mutually exclusive. Okay, and mutually exclusive, hopefully I'm quoting this right, means that if one happens, the other can't, right? Mutually exclusive. Yes, they were mutually exclusive. They are mutually exclusive situations, so that one conclusion could not mean both of them. And I heard that, and I was really proud of myself though, guys, because I was listening to all his audiobooks. This was during a deep running phase of mine, and I heard it in the first book, and I was like, wow, that's so smart, so genius. And then I heard it in the second book, and I said, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. And then I looked on Reddit, and then people were complaining about it, and then I did some digging, and then he was a little iffy. I will say though, he does say a lot of here's the thing. If you take them as a storybook, they're very good, and I would highly recommend you listen to them. If you take them as fact, do not. That would be silly and goofy. Okay, he's prisming. Does he have like a hit? Also, I'm not gonna. Oh, guys, I do like the piggies. The piggies are. Oh my. Excuse me. Guys, I'm gonna be honest here. I might have to watch Crowns off stream. I really do like this masquerade. I like this Phantom of the Opera mask. I really do. It's obviously, it's the crown gear, but like, I like it. I don't like the hat. I wish the hat was different, which is, unfortunate, but. Oh, we're with a cat? Leroy Forcehead. Oh. Okay, Scald. And you know what? Here you go, too. That's kind of crazy. He's pulling out. I don't really get Forcehead, but sure. You know his Forcehead? Well, Zen Headbutt, which is the Pokemon move. That's the psychic move, which is a physical psychic move that does, I don't really know. I think it's 90 base damage. Guys, don't quote me. However, I did start a new segment, which was exciting. I would rather it be every Saturday than Sunday. I want Saturday to be my long stream. I want every Saturday to be Pokemon Showdown day with viewers. That's my dream. That's my goal. Which, guys, I'm gonna tell you a little story here, okay? This is one of my favorite moments ever. It's not crazy, but so last Sunday, which means literally yesterday, spoiler alert, I was streaming Pokemon Showdown, right? And I was going against some reviews, and then this person popped up. They gave me a follow, which obviously appreciated, guys. Obviously appreciated. And they sent me their name, and they said battle me, and I'm like, of course. Now, guys, in my head, I'm about to be cooked. Okay, I'm sorry. If someone's in the Pokemon Showdown category and they're just going through streamers and they just want to battle someone, nah, bro. This is about to be some competitive genius who just really wants to clown on me. And guys, if you want to clown on me. Like, I don't know, it's content. I'm not pressed, but I was so mentally prepared to get clowned on. They were not very good. I would not like. They weren't even it's one thing if you get unlucky. They just made bad plays. And you know what? They could be having an off day. There's so many things. But guys, I beat them and then they unfollowed me. And you might be saying, Twichty, you're really staring at your following count that much. I try not to, guys. I really don't. But believe it or not, when you're at such high numbers as mine, it's a little easy to tell. Either way, and I just thought that was really funny. That did make me cackle. Because I was like, well, King, I don't know what to say. Maybe go practice your Pokemon battles, because they were like, guys, they just like made some really big misplays, and I was just like, because guys, the amount of confidence, I don't know, or maybe they're just they wanted to play Pokemon Showdown with someone, but I'm like, bro, in my head, it's like, why? I guess with a streamer, you could watch, and what's crazy too is like, guys, they could have started stream sniping me, but you know what? I respect them for that. They could have started stream sniping. stream sniping me. Guys, imagine they were stream sniping me and they still lost. That would, ooh. Anyways, that made me cackle through and through. But I did have a lot of fun playing Pokemon Showdown. I really, guys, Pokemon battling, I think is the...
From the looks of you, you must have caught my min by surprise. Not me.
I wish I didn't catch you surprise. I wish you disappeared. Guys, okay. He's a little... Guys, I will say the one sad thing is I'm a little underleveled, and I 100% acknowledge that. Or maybe not 100%, but I'm getting Spellments for Phoenix, and I'm nowhere near getting Phoenix. I don't really know how to... I get confused why I get underleveled in Wizard 101, because it feels like there's an assumption that I would do side quests, which is fair. It's like, it's not crazy that I would do side quests, but it's like, so the level curve just, because obviously in the later worlds, they very evenly break out the level curve, right? It's 10 levels a world. It's very simple. And I understand that it's not, you know, dare I say, as thought out. Well, also, but then at the same time, I think it's good that they reward you, or there's an emphasis, like, right? I like the concept that you'd feel underleveled, so then you'd be like, oh, I need to do other content to get more powerful. I do like that. Obviously, in Wizard 101, there's almost no side quests where you're really getting gear. Obviously, I'm going to do Aquelius, but I have to do Aquelius because that's a lot. So it's like, you know, it's like, it's almost giving the idea of what I want it to give, but it's also struggling a little bit because you do side quests, you just level up, which I guess you get stronger spells, which is helpful, and you get more HP. I guess it kind of works. If I was a gym leader, what would my team look like? So what are my favorite Pokemon? Because let me tell you right now, guys. And I would have an guys, here's the thing. I really like the idea of Empoleon. I know Empoleon, objectively, kind of a mid-tier Pokemon. I'd probably have an Empoleon. I like Empoleon. As a child, obsessed with Flygon. I was obsessed with Flygon. I don't know why. Like, I did not care about Dragonite. I did not care about Tyranitar. Guys, I liked Flygon. Maybe because Flygon, I don't know why. Let's say Empoleon, Flygon. Now I'm like, ooh, type coverage. Probably a Gardevoir. I liked a Gardevoir a lot. Ironically, as an adult now, I might throw a Pichu on there because I love Pichu in Smash. Me and Pichu, we're like this. So I love Pichu in Smash, so maybe I'd put a Pichu on my team, even if that's competitively... I mean, like, like a helping hand Pichu, that would, like, work, you know, like some stat boosts. Well, I guess if that's, like, duos. See, guys, I know a little bit of competitive, not, like, a lot. Guys, maybe that's the problem. Maybe, guys, I'm actually just really cracked at Pokemon, and that guy was so cracked, but I'm even more cracked. Guys, I'll take that back. You know what? The guy who fought me in Pokemon Showdown, he was probably, like, insanely good. I'm just, like, 1 in a million. So, you know, it is what it is. Empoleon, let's say, Pichu, Empoleon... Empoleon. Is it Empoleon? Am I saying that right? I don't actually know if I'm saying that right. Pichu, Empoleon, Flygon, Gardevoir. That's 4. I mean, I like the Salamence, but I will say, guys, you might be noticing, Twichty, you're really not using more recent Pokemon. Well, guys, I'll tell you this right now. Okay, you're looking at someone. You know, I haven't played a single Pokemon game since the DS. Because I have the last thing, well, that's not true. I own a Switch now, but I just would not. I don't think I would buy a new Pokemon game. Though Pokemon Arceus, I think Pokemon Arceus could have been fun. Though, objectively, I would just play Power World. Except Power World's a little grindy, but Power World kind of just seems like Pokemon Arceus, but a little more fun. My new favorite Pokemon is the newest Tinkaton? Okay, guys, let's go get our spells while I'm confused about Tinkaton. Tinkaton. Is that... Wait. Oh. Oh! I hate Tinkaton. I hate a Tinkaton. For the only reason I hate Tinkaton is because in Pokemon... I've had to fight a Tinkaton. Tinkaton is a little nasty in Pokemon Showdown. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not confused. The only way I know even remotely new Pokemon is because of Pokemon Showdown. Which I, you know, love Pokemon Showdown. Oh, I'd probably have an Alolan something. I like an Alolan.
So you are here. Anna Flame
I don't-
might hazard.
Okay, I actually have no idea what spell. Oh, okay, I get Phoenix at 33. That's actually, what's Inferno Salamander?
And she'll be glad to hand it over.
Guys, Inferno Salamander is actually a spell I have never seen before. Every other spell here, I have literally never seen Inferno Salamander, and that's actually, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that's exciting. All right, let's go get. No idea what the spell is. I'm making. Oh, okay, Dorito, you decorate that house, guys. I will not be decorating a firehouse. Well, I might be a little bit. I will be. I think I'll be buying the firehouse. Because I've never bought the fire. Is the firehouse ugly? That's a great question, guys. Is it? Whoa, it's hideous. Okay, well, we'll buy it. So be it. I don't know. Okay, wait, guys. I need to finish my Pokemon team. Okay, I was enjoying. What is the end? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me teleport to Firecat Alley. I don't know what I would end my Pokemon team with. Maybe an Eevee. Oh, maybe. Oh, an Umbreon. Ooh, yeah, an Umbreon. Definitely an Umbreon. I like an Umbreon. And then, maybe like a Wigglytuff. I like a Wigglytuff. I like, or, ooh, I mean, I kind of like Wailord too. Wailord's, guys, Wailord's iconic. Okay, we got we got the biggest Pokemon on the planet. I wouldn't even, guys, you know something I didn't, oh, Celebi. Well, I'd probably put Celebi. I really do like Celebi. I think Celebi's really fun. I don't like there's not too many legendary Pokemons that I feel really connected to. Why? Because they're legendary, okay? You can't use them. So it's like, who even cares about them? I bought the Island Getaway. Oh, I like the, Dorito, I like the Island Getaway. That's my Storm's house. I like, the Island Getaway is a very cute house. All right. We're gonna mark this location because I do not trust her. I bet she's gonna make me running. Oh, because I'm getting a book for her from the library. In my brain, guys, I'm really trying to think of what fire spell this is. Mind you, I didn't even remember Choke. But Choke is, right, the AoE stun. So I didn't remember Scald either. So we're like, the odds of me knowing this, very low. Not high at all. But maybe? Oh my god. Oh, it's Sherlock Bones? Okay. And the game said, and you thought, no, it's about to be a mystery, okay? You're about to go hunt this down. I'm like, guys, believe it or not, she's very lucky she's giving me a new spell. If she wasn't giving me a new spell, if this was a pet egg, absolutely not. Guys, I take pride in the fact that I will never be getting another pet egg, ever. Not because they're not cool, but because Wizard 101, I really think that Wizard 101 should make the school pet eggs that you get from the quest have specifically better, traits than any other pet. Just slightly. I think there should be more support. Here's the thing. Wizard 101, objectively, is not the hardest game in the world because it's a kid's game. But I think that, in my mind, I feel like the baseline support for people should be slightly higher. Because here's the thing, I don't know, though I don't actually know if there's a casual Wizard 101 player anymore. I don't even know if a casual Wizard 101 player exists. I think I might be one of the closest to a casual Wizard 101 player. Well, maybe not that. I don't think I'm that casual, but it's like, because in my head I'm like a casual Wizard 101 player. What does that mean? That just means like, you know, like a kid who's playing the game. They don't really know about optimal gear. Well, I guess they can just Google. Guys, here's my one issue. I feel bad. I think the older I get, like when I was in high school, guys, I felt like an adult. I felt like the oldest person on the planet. And now looking back, I was like, oh, I was a child. I look at high schoolers, I'm like, oh, you're a child. But that doesn't but the issue is, it's technically speaking, yeah, age-wise, you are a child for like a hot minute. But also, I will 100% acknowledge that they're not dumb. They're smart. They have a lot of critical thinking. Like, I was not dumb in high school by any stretch of the imagination. And I hate that I have this thought. So then I'm like, when I think about like a kid playing Wizard 101, I'm like, well, what are they? They're just gonna like sit. No, guys, they're gonna Google Wizard 101 good gear, and they're gonna find an article. And guess what? They're gonna be out of 5th grade, and they can read, and they'll read whatever article it is, and then they'll figure out where to go, which is on me, guys. And here's the thing, maybe I was just a stupid child. Maybe, you know what, guys? Let's just settle that I was a dumb child, and so I'm pushing my insecurities on others. What is crazy is, guys, we finished Giant. I do think we have I think we have enough monstruouses. Well, it's enough monstrous to last us until I can get giant. Honestly, and maybe until I can get monstrous. 400. There's not even 400 fights. I would say well, actually, the instances are what confuses me, because I'm never exactly sure when an instance, like how an instance is counted long term. But I don't think instances are counted until fight. I don't know, maybe I'll do 400. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it. Guys, here's the thing. I 100% would not hate having an instance. I'm sorry, guys. I get stressed. So, guys, I do have an Apple Watch. Oh, speaking of which, this is kind of, I don't know. Guys, if you're ever, like, someone's going to buy you an Apple Watch, you're going to buy yourself an Apple Watch, I highly recommend buying the Apple Watch SE. I'm telling you right now, it's a good, well, okay, do you need an Apple Watch? Absolutely not. But if you want like a workout watch, buy an Apple Watch SE, okay? It's $250 versus the $400 the Apple Watch 10 or the Apple Watch 11 or whatever Apple Watch is out by the time you're watching this. And it is you lose health features that are, I don't know how accurate they are, but you lose health features that don't matter. Now, mind you, obviously, if you are someone who's concerned about your blood alcohol, there are obviously cases where, like, you know, if those are critical meters for your personal health, then that completely makes sense. So right now, guys, Apple Watch SE, I had the Apple Watch SE. I had the first version a million years ago. I dropped it. It dropped it in my bathroom. And my bathroom, my home was, because here's the thing, guys. If you don't know, if you ever see it on Reddit, right? And it's like, okay. PC cases right now, all the rage is tempered glass, which is a tempered glass window, right? It's a little thing, and you must, if you have ever been on Reddit on PC Master Race, you're gonna see there's a bunch of things like, oh my god, my tempered glass cracked, my tempered glass. The reason is, and I understand this now, is because even like tile or something like that, tile's not smooth, right? Guys, have you ever seen the Rick and Morty episode where Rick develops an absolutely 1,000% smooth surface? Right, and then Morty's like, oh my god, everything's crooked when he steps out of it. Right, tile's not smooth. It's a bunch of like teeny little ridges. And the thing is, glass, I guess glass is smooth. I wonder what happens if you step on glass. Anyways, moral of the story is those tiny little ridges create imperfect pressure, and that's what cracks. That's also why, if you've ever seen like something that like breaks a car window, it's usually a little ceramic like knocker thing, because it's specifically the way the ceramic, like, I don't know, the tiny, I say particles, not particles, but how it's built up against the glass. The moral of the story is it would crack. A minion, that's what I get. Which could be good, could be horrible. I don't know how. Of course, Fire Minion Wizard 101. I don't know how good the minion, I don't know how good the Fire Minion is. Let's check it out. Guys, the spells it has. Okay, it has typical spells. It has a blade. It can cast up to Fire Elf. It can cast up to Fire Elf. I mean, 400 health is 100% possible. Yeah, guys, I do like Rick and Morty. Guys, I tried watching there's an anime, Rick and Morty. I just want to know who got a check for that. Someone approved that to get a check, okay? Someone approved that to get a check because they just wanted some money, which, you know, 100% respect to them. Guys, here's the thing. If I had a beloved series like Rick and Morty, yeah, you can adapt into an anime if you're going to give me a fat stacks, 100%. I'm not pressed about it. But also, so bad. So, excuse me, guys. Like, oh my god. Guys, I had to yawn, I had to sneeze, and I had to burp. That was horrible. So bad. Just like horrendously horrible. I just don't know who approved that. But also, I feel like what happens in TV, and I totally understand this, right? Because I feel like it's so easy to watch a television show and be like, this is horrible. But I feel like it's so hard to, I've never had to do this, but if I read the script of a TV show or an animated show, but I couldn't see it, I feel like it'd be so hard to, I'm going the wrong way. I really thought I was going the right way. I would have such a hard time understanding, like, you know, like I would know how to tell if it was good or bad. And so I 100% I understand how quote unquote bad things are, how bad shows could be made. I kind of wish Minions were more viable. Here's the thing. I think Myth. I think it's absolutely bollocks that Myth minions are not more viable because Myth is literally supposed to be the school of minions. And I do want minions to be more viable. Bro, am I... Okay, so I'm glad that I went the wrong way 3 times in a row. I mean, 2 times in a row, but still. Excuse me. Sorry. Really not my favorite thing in the universe. I guess I have no reason not for minions to be more viable. Here's the thing. I don't even need minions to be viable. I just wish we got more... Well, I guess what I'm saying is they're gonna be viable. Actually, I really agree with you. What I would say is I don't even need minions to do damage. I just wish they had better... I wish we just had higher level minions that were tankier. Because here's the thing. I would say that, yes, minions would technically maybe take away from the encouragement of working with other wizards. But I do wish we had... Because the issue is minions late game, they're just irrelevant because they have no health. They have no health. Now, obviously, Wizard 101, you know, they make a little penny from you summoning minions to help yourself. So, you know, once you're cutting into the... once an idea cuts into a revenue flow, I can understand why it may or may not be pursued. AKA why it won't be pursued, okay? Because I'm gonna be real here, guys. If I was making money off of people summoning minions, I would not want minions to be fixed either. Unless, obviously, I had, like, so much money, then I'd be like, I don't really care. But, like, you know, I get that. Yeah, here's the thing. I love that Myth theoretically does high damage. I personally have never experienced a Myth Wizard doing high damage, aka my Myth Wizard. I still feel like I do less damage than an Ice Wizard. I don't know why, guys. But I feel like Myth's identity is... The issue with Myth is a lot of Myth's identities are just not optimal. Now, mind you, the Nightmare Dungeon, the Myth Wizards really popped off. But it's like, right, the multi-hit to get rid of the shield is not... It's not really that relevant. Because it ruins Feint strat. Thank you. Thank you so much for running in front. You know what, guys? It's minion time. That ruins... There's just, like... I think... And then, like, Earth... There's just... I think there's things for Myth which is, like, eh. I would also argue it was almost like that for Life for a while. But then I think they... And obviously, Arc Mastery does fight a little bit. But as they tone down other schools' healings abilities, especially late game, I feel like Life was able to kind of cement itself as a healing class again, and I like that. Because I really... There was a moment where, bro, when Storm Wizards were crit healing, like, overcharge, and they were healing themselves, it's just like, and what am I doing here? Because clearly I'm not doing anything relevant. I will say, minus 45 accuracy is pretty convenient. Now, obviously that didn't work, but that's a good spell. So I'm glad that, like, Life has its archetype. And I feel like a lot of schools do. I understand. Like, what are you going to do with Myth, bro? It's like... Okay, Link. You know what I would say one interesting thing here is, objectively what they could do, guys, is they could make it so not necessarily the minions get more health, but they could add it so you could control them. Because, like, imagine you could control your minion, what it's going to do. Or not even control it, but maybe, like, you can set a priority for it. Where you say, like, okay, minion, I want you to buff me. Or I want you to debuff the enemies. Like, because, obviously, a minion's gonna die. Like, right, this minion's dead. It has 400 health, it has 0 resist, and it's about to take 465 damage, right? Which is unfortunate. I would also describe it as unfortunate because I literally just got it. I don't think necessarily because I was in Mushu. I think that's because I leveled up. So, you know, maybe I would have gotten it earlier. But still, it's a little like... Wow, they both lived that? Wow, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was prepared. In my head, I was like, easy peasy. Guys, I'm not used to having 0 additional damage. Because, guys, that's really what's getting me. Is I'm hitting for these spells, and then in my head, I'm like, well, sure, they resist. But they're, like, resistance 2 at this point. So it's like, I'm gonna do enough damage. And then the game's like, okay, but you're hitting for base damage, too. This will do 39 damage. Right? Well, we can actually... Guys, are you ready? 500 divided by 3, which is roughly... is 2,300? 2.3... No. 1.3? No, it's 1.75, right? 1.7... Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Moral of the story is, it'll do enough. Which also, this Fire Elf is almost doing enough for me, so I'm glad we're getting our moment when we can. Guys, oh my god. Guys, don't pick your skin. Never pick your skin. Highly, highly don't recommend it. You're looking at a and an aggressive skin picker. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's my least favorite trait about myself. I do think that everyone has, I mean, essentially ticks, right? Everyone has things. Like some people are fiddlers. I am not a fiddler. And I'm very glad I'm not a fiddler because my roommate, not my roommate, sorry guys. One of my friends who visited, how about Q-tipping my brain? I mean, you know, the doctors say you shouldn't use Q-tips. And that's all I have to say. And I don't know. Mind you, my sister loves using Q-tip. I don't know, guys. I would not recommend Q-tipping your brain, though. Guys, don't puncture your eardrum. I can't even imagine how that... I don't even want to imagine. But... Oh, what was I saying? Oh, one of my friends in LA, who was also my friend in college, they're a fiddler. And, bro, I have these... So, I bought cork, coffee cups? Not coffee cups. Like, you know when you put something underneath a cup to protect the moisture from the wood? What are they called? A coaster. I bought cork coasters. Bro, she shredded one. Absolutely shredded. The entire thing gone. Okay, we were sitting there playing cards, and they were just slowly and steadily just shredding the entire thing to dust. And then at some point they looked at them and they went, oh. Not a big deal, guys. They're very cheap. But, like, I'm glad I'm not, you know, I'm glad I'm not ripping things apart every chance I get. The one thing I will say about Mushi right now, don't mind it. It's a lot of running around. I knew it was going to be a lot of running around. The teleporters are in really awkward places. The teleporters are not in places where I'm like, oh, that's where I need to go. On my lips, it makes me, and hey, here's the thing, Camera. A skin picker on your lips is not crazy. And I say that's not crazy because I know I have a very close friend who also has a skin picker on their lips. It is what it is. Guys, here's the thing. Everyone has their thing, okay? Everyone has their thing. And I don't think that's that bad. Obviously, it just looks painful to me. That's what really gets me. That just looks painful. Because, like, I've had dry skin on my lip before where I, like, ripped it. And then it's, like, actually, like, ripped my skin. And that is horrible. So, it's just, to me, I'm like, physically sounds horrible. But also, you know, you gotta, you don't gotta do what you don't gotta do what you don't gotta do. But... You know, if that's what brings you comfort, you know, it brings you comfort. At least you're not harming anyone. You know, guys, here's the thing. Everyone has, I think this is something that I forget myself. It's like everyone has their demons, right? Everyone has things they're not good at. Everyone has things they struggle with. And it is, being a mature person, being a responsible person is the ability to recognize when you maybe have problematic traits, problematic attitudes, emotions, and being able to regulate that in a way that is not burdensome on others, right? Guys, let's say you're a little bit of a rager. It's okay to be ragey, okay? But as long as you're able to acknowledge that you're being ragey and take a step back, whether that's stepping out of the room, whether that's muting yourself, or whatever you need to do, right? Because, bro, here's the thing. Everyone has things. It's not like you're gonna... And obviously, you know, theoretically, we want to all be perfect. That's not reality. But I will say, as it's a mature person's response is your ability to recognize and regulate yourself. And I stand by that because I think sometimes people are like, oh, wow, everyone's perfect. I think there's two fronts. One, I think a little bit. I think sometimes people are like, well, you just have to accept me. No, you need to regulate because everyone, here's the thing, guys, it's like obtrusive thoughts. Everyone has obtrusive thoughts. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not saying that everyone has the same obtrusive thoughts. But if you've ever been standing on the edge of a bridge and you've been like, I'm gonna jump over, and you're like, oh, I hate this. Guys, that's a very common thought that a lot of people get. Okay, not that it's, you know, it's obviously a crazy thought, but like, but either way, Dorito, give me a second, 100%. But like, you know, so it's like, guys, regular yourself. And then I don't even remember the other point. Guys, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people annoy me. Not that anyone would ever annoy me, because Twichty would never get annoyed. Oh, okay. It's kind of fun. Okay, guys, we need to go meet Ma. You know what? Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, this is what we call a cliffhanger. Will I defeat Mato? Will I not defeat Mato? You'll find out next time on Total Wizard Island. I don't know, something like that, guys. And then maybe the YouTube video will end. I don't know if it will.